All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of YGC After Hours. Whoa. I'm starting to love these series a lot. This is literally no stories. That's what we're known for. But we are hanging in the studio with a special guest. Just riffing, just answering questions. Look at him. Guest. He's ripped. He's ripped. He's Mr. John millions. Rush.
Haven't worked out since I was 18. And I'm about to be 33. This is pretty
You laid
good
the foundation.
Genes.
Look at
this
that.
Is
I would have
really,
never guessed.
I mean, can you imagine?
I would have never guessed.
What I would look like if I cared.
So
I'm like taking advantage of my genes. So bad.
Chat, start throwing questions.
Genetic abuse.
We're going to say...
We're going
to be here for a bit answering questions.
Where to stay.
Yes. Answer. So start on that again. Tell them what the predicament is.
Here's the thing. So a lot of my travel life started in Charlotte in terms of like traveling all the time for work or speaking. And that's an American like hub. So my miles, my loyalty are in American. Mm-hmm. I would say that overall Delta is the best top to bottom, best experience in terms of like someone said in here like Alaska. It's just like Alaska doesn't fly that much.
Yeah, where we're going to Washington.
We're not international.
Southwest is so weird, and they are changing their sign, or they're going back to assigned seating.
Yeah.
It is so barbaric. It's the most uncomfortable. Like it, like literally, you pit humans against each other. Spirit and Frontier. I mean, it's like crazy. Like
you've flown both. I've never done Frontier.
Yeah. They're equally as bad. I think they're both terrible. I think here's the thing.
No support.
I would respect them if it was actually cheaper. But by the time you do bags and other fees, it's actually not.
It's not.
So
that's how I feel about Allegiant.
It's a scam.
I don't mind. Like I would not mind Spirit, like uncomfortable seats or whatever, because I go, I paid for this. But my problem is that by the time I do the other thing, the fees, the hidden fees, I might as well have flown American or Delta.
You're cooked.
So that's my thoughts on
you're
airlines.
Cooked on Spirit because Spirit. You show up. You need to show up with a backpack that's the right size.
Oh yeah.
You need to sit down. Don't breathe. Don't drink water. Don't take anything they're offering. Like anything is taxed in that place. And Allegiant is a little like that. Which Allegiant is like low key. You probably haven't flown Allegiant.
I have a couple times.
Yeah, it's definitely like we have a regional, like little small airport that we fly out of here.
It's nice.
It's direct flights Allegiants to Florida.
Yeah.
So me and Sam have spent a lot of time in Florida.
No, my sister-in-law is an Allegiant flight attendant. So
really? Okay.
Allegiant, yeah. My wife's family's in Vegas too, so they do work at like Allegiant.
They've gotten knocked. I mean, people like knock on Allegiant. I've never had a bad experience. I've never had a delayed flight with them ever. I know it's location A to B and that's all they do, but I feel like you get good at one thing and it's great. And if you're not flying with bags or kids, it's a lot cheaper if you are going to that city from the little airport that you're starting at.
I just brought my brother a ticket. It was $97.
Yeah, the fees come from if you're trying to like select your seat. So our problem is like if you want to sit with your kids, you got to pay extra. Which okay, but if I'm flying alone to Tampa, St. Pete, or a couple other Orlando, for example, it's so cheap for us. So it's nice. But
people hate like American. Like my bad experience with American have never been outside of the bounds of like situations that are unfortunate about air travel, but don't seem to be like intentionally like again, at the end of the day, what I appreciate is there's a captain trying to make a call, and he's like, if I taxi you back. Then what if that? He's like trying to make a call, and if anything, I feel like it's the airport itself that needs to figure out a better system of like, bro, don't leave us on the tarmac for 3 hours, or like, can you tell weather better? I mean, even like as of this recording, we just had like 40 plus people, I think more now, even just died in a flood in Austin. So I'm just like, what's up with weather? Like, how do we not? So I don't know.
YGC conspiracies is what.
Yeah, cloud seating, and there we go. Back to
here we go. You guys asked for a conspiracy.
Cloud seating. That's I think that's an easy one. I think there's some of these conversations though, like why I don't believe it's a conspiracy. We know cloud seating is a thing.
Yeah,
like we know.
But it was a conspiracy 5-6 years ago. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, I see that. But we know it's a thing. Like it's not something that's like necessarily hidden. It's just not mainstream.
Southwest was great. Here's my theory on Nordstrom and Southwest. The moment you write the book about being great at something, you stop being great at it. So like when I was starting out in church, every pastor, staff chapel, every conference speaker was like, you hear about this place called Southwest? Customer service, And then they like wrote a book, and the same with the Nordstrom way, and you'd have guest experience.
Or
And
even the Chick-fil-A, like Chick-fil-A was on top, right?
Yeah,
That's-
yeah. And it's like the moment you like start to like beat your chest on like, no, we are this, you stop being it. Because it's like, it's almost like the thing that makes you it was not trying to be a thing, it was trying to provide a service. You know what I'm saying? And so I think Southwest fell off hard, you know?
I've never flown Southwest, actually.
It is barbaric right now. He's right. And they are going back. But I mean, it's like you get your zones, your groups, and then it's like first come, first serve, baby. If you get to that seat.
My American for you, like how you've had, I would say United is the one where I'm like, you should be one of the big three, but you're whack. Like you're weird. That's United.
I feel like
I've
they
had a bad
are, though, at
experience.
the end of
Do
the
you
day.
travel a lot in the Northeast?
I don't come up here that much.
Yeah,
So maybe
and
that's
I'll be
why.
honest, like I
Yeah.
feel like in church world,
Uh-huh.
we're obviously outside the Bible Belt.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like we have a pretty good grasp. Like our church, we run youth conferences
Yeah.
and a lot of movement, sure, if you want to call that, whatever you want to call it. Up here, we're well connected.
Yeah.
And I know like from a lot of people that come from like more Southern or, you know, like maybe West Coast, like they don't travel here a lot, but I will say this world up here is so different. So like when I'm thinking about American Airlines, like I agree with you. The pilot that got me to where I need to be, he made it happen. That plane wasn't supposed to be to us till 4,
Right.
and it showed up an hour late.
Yeah.
So like he made it happen. That was gonna be like 6 hours from my thing. But when I was talking to the lady at the desk, I'm like trying to chop it up with her. She's like, "Oh, we can't get a plane on time in American Airlines to save our lives in the Northeast."
So it's like, I guess Delta
Right.
like rules up here.
yeah,
But if you
they
were to
kill
go
it.
maybe down south, it's like they just,
it just evens
Well,
out.
maybe because the hub of Delta is up here. I don't know.
Well, yesterday at the DC airport, we did witness something that might bear witness to what you are, like an organizational flaw.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, it was a small thing, but the gentleman at the gate, the American Airlines employee, was trying to explain like the situation. And he said this line, which kind of like gave me insight into like, oh, maybe they are kind of a crappy organization or there's a major flaw. He said, don't pay attention to the board behind me, like the thing at the gate.
Yeah.
He said, because that's all controlled in Dallas. And I go, that seems like a bad system that like you don't trust your people on the ground, you know? And again, coming from someone who's worked at multi-site
Right.
church,
right.
it's like some systems are designed
Yeah.
like with the thought that people are idiots.
Right.
And to me, if you design systems for idiots, you will just either attract or produce idiots. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
So you might like,
Right.
you know, and it is interesting. I also think that American Airline, my worst experience with American Airline was like here in a non-direct situation. So I was flying out of Des Moines, which is not, they don't have a,
Right.
so I think
It's
they
not a
don't
hub
do
there.
well where there's not a
Yeah.
lot of options, you know? So
Dude, DC is where I got destroyed.
Well, it's an American hub. I guess it's American hub, right? It's DC.
That's where they took me. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, beautiful airport, terrible experience.
well, I guess the name American, you better have a hub in Washington.
That's actually
Right?
fair. Yeah.
You probably should.
Yeah. Nah, but that's where I got trapped too. I got trapped in DC.
Someone said about where you stay on trips, hotels, Airbnbs.
Oh, if you had
or
to
a
choose,
house.
what do
Still
you?
remember when Cole said,
So it all depends on like who I'm with.
Okay.
I would if I'm traveling with a friend or like myself, I prefer hotels, like just in general. I like especially if it's like
It's so easy. You know what you're gonna get, right?
it just feels nice too. Even like I'm easy. Like even like at a Hampton Inn, like I'm just like, bro,
That's cool. Yeah.
you made me
As-
breakfast.
If it doesn't
Take
smell
me-
like cigarette smoke,
Yo,
there's a
Eric,
breakfast,
yeah.
and like the AC
Remember what I
works
said on the vlog.
and it's clean. I'm happy.
But with our 3 kids, Airbnb,
Oh, that's
without
fair.
a doubt, because it
fair.
just has it has the things.
Yeah.
You know?
Amenities.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like Airbnb is where you go when you want to have the most luxurious experience. I feel like hotels are where I want to go when I want to have the most consistent experience. So if I'm
Fair.
traveling to speak, give me a hotel.
Right.
I also want to have like one of the worst things for me, like when speaking, and I kind of felt bad because we were just on a trip and I like witnessed this firsthand. It's like when I'm a super like I love to connect the guy, but then I'm also like when it's time to like I got to prepare a message and come ready. Like I'm also like
Who was that?
Really,
Who was there?
It was Elijah Lamb. It was like I'm a really lock in guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wait, you were hosting Elijah?
No.
Or
We went
you
to.
We did an
a
event with him.
Event and he
was at the event,
He was one of the headlines at the event.
Little Elijah. What did he do?
No, but he was just out back And we walked out back and it was just like everyone congregated around him. But he seems like a really chill guy. Like he might not have minded that. Like I would.
You're just saying from like a preacher standpoint, you're like, I gotta
I'm
lock
like,
in
bro, I'm
before
about to
sermon.
go on and like literally and I'm not trying to be diva. I'm really not. Like I'm not a diva. I love connecting. Like that. I mean, if you know me, I do. But like what I love about the hotel is like, yo, when you're at the hotel, like
nothing.
right, it's locked in. Like
no
I'm
one,
in the
like
room
your
locked
ride is
in.
not coming up to knock on the door either. They're
Right.
like, we're here.
We're here.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
Yeah.
I got like, you know, it's kind of like that more like professional stuff.
Elijah, because I know him very well. He probably is low key fueled by the people before because a lot of his process is different than mine. Now, like when I prep, I study.
Right.
Yeah.
When he wakes up, he studies.
Okay.
That's fair,
He's a bookworm. Like he is like, so Elijah prepping a talk, real talk, he probably has 7 sermons worth of just like, he truly is like that. Like
Right.
I feel like I'm a pretty smart person and I'm pretty informed, but he is just constantly reading. He even jokes about it. Like he just got married. His wife will be like, please stop reading books and like talk to me, you know?
Right.
And book widow. Yeah. And so what I have observed with Elijah is that by the time he's about to speak, some of that stimulates him because he's almost like he's getting familiar with the crowd and he's like, almost like coming up with some of his bits on the spot. You know, he's very, because he knows theologically and biblically what he's going to say, I have observed with him that all the other parts he was probably
loving it. Yeah, who knows?
Like
he
just,
didn't look like he was
I was
having
like
a
trying to
hard
like
time.
not say anything.
I just felt
I would be like you. I'd be like, please don't talk to me.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not even in like I said, like I'm not even like a diva era like at all. I'm just saying like for me, I'm like sitting there and like I'm like, Lord, Lord,
let
like,
them leave.
whatever you say, like what I'm trying to lock in. Like I need to come out and just, it's like, I'm not necessarily even worried about what I'm saying. I'm just looking for like that, Lord, lead me in whatever way. Yeah. And for me, that's just how I lock in.
I just don't like people that much, just straight up, you know?
That's me, dude.
That's
I'm like, no disrespect to anybody because honestly, I host a show, like we're at shows. I gotta like say hi to people. And I do enjoy that. But for 5 people.
Yeah, I'm a quality. And as I've gotten older, I have started to just be very upfront with any teams that I lead. So like right now, our different staff for like stuff, like I'm like, hey, I'm close with like 5 people. I will pour into like 5 people.
Yeah.
I'm not like, and some of who I choose to do that are people who I know will do that. Like Taylor and I have a guy on our team named Hector. Hector talks to people all day long. Hector, if you talk to Hector, and he's a great pastor. He was one of my youth students, and then he was on my youth team, and now he's works with us with our different entities and stuff. And if you ask Hector, like, and I did ask him, I said, what's a good day for you? And he's like, when I got to talk to everyone, I got to do calls with all of our clients or all of our, and I'm like, for me, I'm like, I'm the opposite. I'm like, most of the days I feel like if I don't get to write the thing or organize the thing, like if I don't get to finish the document or the bit, then it's like I failed today. And so, but I think it's just people just need to be more honest. Even a lot of pastors. I think there's a lot of pastors who, if they just got in front of their church or got in front of their staff and be like, guys, I'm not a relational person.
Yeah.
He is. This executive pastor. But I think a lot of people, I think disappointment only happens in the midst of like expectations. So I think a lot of people, I think a lot of pastors would just be free and just be like, yo, just tell. Like,
just be upfront with it. Yeah.
Just tell people.
And it doesn't, I agree. I also don't agree like that. I feel like there is a little bit of a stigma that might like disqualify you as a pastor because like that is something that's very like stamped into the trademark of like, oh, you're a good pastor if. But I do, like I had a pastor in Houston. Maybe I just won't say his name, but he's awesome guy. Been in youth ministry for like 20 years. And he said it to me. He was like, yo, I already know that I'm not the most extroverted, all around, want to be at every community event type of guy. And so that's who he made his associate pastor, was just the opposite of him. And I was like, yo, that,
dude, businesses are the same way. Like you have a visionary.
Yeah.
You have someone that's like, man, like we need to go buy this many companies, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the guy that's like, should be really like the business partner that's like, okay, well, let's sit down and actually figure this out. Or the operations side. This guy comes up with the idea and this guy executes. It's like the same exact thing. As long as you're honest, because you're not going to really find many visionaries that are like super operational and in the details. And then opposite way around, you find a lot of operational guys that aren't really 10 years down the road thinking. So it's literally the same way as at the end
I'm
of the
like
day.
cherry picker because I like love operations.
Yeah.
Love operations. But I'm also like, mad extra. Like I feed off being around people.
Mhm.
Like, yo, when me and my wife show up at home, this is like something we worked through like a lot in the first year of our marriage. Like I'll show up at home and I'm like, chill guy, YouTube videos, kicking back. I'm relaxing, right? She's like, we finally are alone. Let's go, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I show up in a group of people. I'm like bouncing. I'm like, like we could do this all night, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know.
And is she's the opposite, right? When
She's opposite. We're like,
Yeah.
and she's not like, I mean, I feel like you become honed in all of it. I'm not like a dude who's like super rigid on that, right? Like,
Right.
oh, if you're introverted, like here's who you are. If you're, and I guess I'm just using it as a generalization of like the type of person I am, but like I love operations.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, love like dreaming big. You know what I mean? Like,
tough to find a blend.
yeah.
I dream big for the most part, but I think the sweet spot is like, let's get this done. It's like every once in a while I'll have like a good idea, but Sierra is honestly the compliment.
Sierra.
She's the big
You guys
thinker.
did podcasts with Zay, right?
Yeah.
So Zay is the YGC connector. Like, right, when we go somewhere, Sam's like, yo, like, I love you guys. Like, you can tell when we get to
Sam
like, the
gets
line.
you all there,
Right.
And then you guys go.
He's like, yo, he's like, I love traveling with Sam.
Yeah.
Cause I hate having to know what gate, Like, I just like looking at Sam and being like, you can like administratively, whatever. But like, when we get to like the photo line, that's where Zay shows up. Like, like he'll
I don't
like,
want Zay planning my flights. I already know that.
right?
about him.
Nah. But Zay, you want him to like appease, and he can do any type of personality. Like when we were taking photos, it was mad funny because it'd be like 40-year-old moms who would be like Zay, and we'd be like, bro, how? Like by the end of the night, he like knows where they grew up at. Like, bro, we only talked to him for 30 seconds.
It's funny. That is funny.
Cheyenne's been asking over and over again. We got to answer this.
Okay.
Favorite movie? Are you a movie? I'm not a
kinda
movie
touched us
guy. I
at
don't even know if I
lunch.
have a favorite movie.
Kind of touches.
I'm a show guy. I love shows. While they're thinking, I'll just say my favorite show. The
Ready?
Office.
What?
Sorry, my bad.
I was gonna gag.
Oh,
Dang.
Kyle, that's a good question too. The Office.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, Office is in my top 3. Yeah,
TV show.
I would say
but
I would
movie.
say I'm a lot more succinct with show rankings. Movies, I have a lot of different categories.
Okay, that's fair.
Like,
So,
do you know what I
shows,
mean?
yeah.
Like there's some movies where I'm like, if I'm really trying to think or be inspired, or anything like that, there's certain categories for that.
Yeah, you're
but then
right.
there's
Or like you're thinking cinematically too.
Yeah.
There's different.
Yeah.
and sometimes I just want to watch John Wick just fight people.
Yeah.
But then other
Right.
times I want to watch Interstellar and think really deeply and cry, you know?
Right.
So I would say my top shows would be all-time favorite show, True Detective season 1.
I haven't seen that.
It's just one of the it's
really
pretty
good?
dark, be careful, but like
Okay.
but it's all time. For me, second would be The Office, third would be West Wing.
I haven't seen West Wing either.
I would say in my top 10, like I'd throw this show on HBO called Silicon Valley up there, not for kids. I would throw Parks and Rec in my top 10.
I like Parks and Rec too.
I was
yeah.
gonna say that's
Parks and Rec
tie-in,
is really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Superstore, if I'm in the right mood for it, is a good.
Oh, I never
yeah.
watched that. It's pretty good.
Again,
Is
it
it
takes
an
some getting
Office
used
knockoff?
to. Yeah, it's by the creators. It's like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, all those same
Yeah.
people. But it's genres for shows too. But I would say Breaking Bad is right up there for me.
Oh, Breaking Bad would be in my
so
top
good.
10.
Like top
That's gas.
I would say
three.
Better Call Saul's in my
Better Call
in
Saul.
my top
never
And
watched it.
I
I
like
gotta
Better
watch
Call
it.
Saul more than Breaking
It
Bad.
actually,
Yeah.
I think because Better Call Saul, like I think it does an even better job getting you into like interesting parts of the process.
Did it start slow? Because I think I lost interest like when I first tried, and I'm happy to try
Hey
it
man,
again.
by the
but-
time Mike Trout is in that's his name, right? No,
Yeah,
Mike
no.
Trout's a baseball player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mike-
no. Michael something.
Mike Dunton Trout or something.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
Dunton
yeah.
out. Yeah, that once he's in his bag, you'll like it. It does
okay,
start a little.
I'll
bit
start.
slow,
I'll
though.
try it again, and then
They overlap too. That was pretty.
They do. Okay, I
yeah,
need to
they
watch
did because if when
Yeah.
you see when you watch Better Call Saul, then you start watching Breaking Bad. That's
Yep.
the order I did it in.
Oh, really?
You're like,
Okay.
oh shoot! Like you see all the overlapping characters and the.
Jesse's definitely like a fashion icon for me. Breaking Bad.
That dude.
Yeah, let's see. Who's the Mount Rushmore of like white
Wait,
guys?
you know what? I feel like if you were to just throw caution to the wind, you weren't saved. You could be
Yeah.
a Jesse. Like I could see
Yeah,
you be
for
Jesse.
sure. Yeah, look at
100% Jesse.
Yeah, white guys. The
Yeah.
white guy with swag, Mount Rushmore,
Yeah.
Eminem. I mean, even though he's gotten a little whack, but
In the latter
holistically,
half. Yeah.
holistically, Eminem, the character Jesse.
The
from Breaking
character.
Bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how the actor is,
Yeah.
you know?
Right, the character.
Tyler Hero used to be on that for me. I feel like he kind of punked out in the NBA. Kind of got soft. Kind of weird, but those guys are up there for me.
Kyle asked, if you could go to any time period, what time period would you go to?
You know what? This wraps my.
we going
this
forward or
this what
backwards?
hits my head because like you know how we're like we look back in time and we're like I don't know how they could like this is a thought I have a lot like how could you live a life without XYZ?
Right.
But you know what? Like within that specific time period, they too had groundbreaking in their own era. They had like these conveniences. They probably said the same thing. So I feel like for me, I have to just pick an era that I think
cool.
right that's cool. Not about like what I could or could not live without. So for me, I'll probably do like
I want to say medieval, but I'm not that tough.
I'm not there.
I'm not that
I'm
tough.
not ready for that. And I
No.
want to say I want to be like mad spiritual and be like, I'd love to be
Jesus
right there
time.
with Jesus.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. They just had some real hardship I'm not looking to go through. I would say like I feel like what was the era pretty much anything before my generation. Anything
So,
with like,
like, the
pre-social
80s?
media I would have liked to live in.
That would have been cool. Or pre-Google
For me.
even,
So
really.
maybe like the 80s.
Yeah.
I know like the social media
70s,
didn't come
80s,
around, but
okay.
like I feel like 70s, 80s, like my dad's era. What would that be? Not millennial before that. Would it be millennial?
Zay said, I'm going to stay here when it comes to history. Probably wise.
Yep.
Probably wise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
don't
guess
know.
that
That's a
gives
tough
me more
question.
flexibility.
Do you have one, John, that you'd go to or no?
I mean, like I'll just tell you how I think about it. Anything medieval, I just go, there's a highlight.
Considering history. Okay, that's hilarious.
Yeah, considering history. Yeah,
It
yeah.
just clicked in
Yeah.
Sam's head.
Yeah,
what he
I
was
didn't hear
saying.
him say that part.
Yeah, anything between like 500 and like 1500 AD, there's just such a high likelihood you were just like a peasant.
Yep.
You know what I
True,
mean?
yeah.
Like, or you would just die in some
Die.
random person's war. So that's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
as much as I love the aesthetic and like the idea about it, chances are I'm not King Arthur. You know what I mean? Just
Right,
Like,
yeah.
it's like a point, like possibly even more rare than being a billionaire today would be being somebody that would live
Not
as
as
a
right.
peasant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like obviously, like, you know, like there wasn't really a middle class then, you know?
No.
And then like the Revolutionary War in that time, it gets me sad because in the midst of all the great like exploration and like creating colonies, it's also like the pinnacle of like we decimated the Native Americans, we
Literally.
enslaved the Africans, we decimated it. So it's just like sad. It's like sad. I'm like I kind of like it's kind of ruined thinking that. Now maybe this question should be answered if you like you have to pretend you wouldn't know some
Any
of the
of that?
bad stuff. I don't know.
Okay, so if you weren't thinking the bad stuff, yeah.
Because if I was just thinking,
Right.
I'm like, oh, one of my ancestors, white dude from like the UK, I'd probably want to live around the age of exploration, get on a boat and discover the Americas,
Yeah.
and not think about the fact that I'm going to bring disease that's going to wipe out
Right,
millions of
right,
children.
right.
You know,
Well,
Just-
dude, I bet like let's say they asked this question on a random podcast in 50 years, they could be like, well, I wouldn't want to ever go back to 2025.
Yeah.
Imagine all like they were doing
Yeah.
a mass genocide of children. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Or like unborn. It's like,
right.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
I would never want to go back
You
there.
know
So
what's
it's like,
crazy is back then they probably like a lot of these issues weren't a thing. They weren't thinking that.
Yeah.
They were like, what a great success.
There's
like, you know?
someone asked top 3 video games from John, and
you are a gamer, right, bro?
yeah, and it relates to like a moment of like historical ignorance. So in the game Red Dead Redemption 2, right? Is 2 the newer one? Chat, you can fact check me. Whatever the newer one is. I don't think 3 is a thing. But it's an open world like game like in the cusp of like towards the end of the West. And it picks up in like the early 1900s when the women's suffrage movement is starting. And so like you're this like rugged cowboy like shooting guns, but then every now and then you get in the city and you like deal with like modern issues. And because the game is open world, there's a very viral clip of this guy taking his cowboy, finding a woman suffragette, like advocating for women's rights, hog ties her up, puts on the back of the horse, rides the horse, and it's like a time lapse all the way down to Louisiana, and then throws her to an alligator in game, and it eats her. And so I just like, I'm not condoning that behavior. I'm just saying to the point of like back then, these issues were not necessarily viewed in as morally clear of a way.
Yeah.
It's easy for us to look back and be like, oh, that was wrong then, but it obviously wasn't to them there, you know?
Literally what we're going through right now in the world with abortion, I think, personally. Because so many people look at it and like, it's just not wrong. But I would hope anyway, 20, 30 years from now, it'll be like without question, like, man, I can't believe that was okay.
It's interesting. I see in terms of like believing in like a collective morality, like I'm pretty like pessimistic. So to me, I just go like, I don't know that we're ever like, I don't know
We'll
that at
ever reach
scale.
that.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe we
or
never will.
If we do, it'll come through something weird like we find other viable planets. And Elon convinces people that we need to like populate it more, and that it somehow leads to people realizing, wait a second,
Right.
this whole time we could create life. That's a human in there,
Right.
you know, like what, you know? So that it would come through some like secular means of like conquest. Top 3 video games though, you know, the Halo series, Halo 1, 2, and 3. I don't really recognize any Halos after Halo 3. Every Halo after Halo 3 is pretty trash, pretty sad. I hope that Microsoft fixes it. They just rebranded to Halo Studios.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So that should be good. They're putting on Halo will be good again.
That's like every Halo fan's like storyline though, since the moment that it started going wrong. Maybe
I mean, I
this
just
year it'll
hope.
be
I don't
better.
even play it anymore. So I've kind of given up. Like I don't play it anymore.
It's kind of.
I mean, I've loved Call of Duty. Call of Duty franchise is cooked in my opinion.
Yeah. That's the
Mass
era they're in
Effect
now.
is probably my favorite single player game. It's like this really cool sci-fi RPG. Knights of the Old Republic would be my second favorite. They're made by the same people, BioWare. World of Warcraft. I was addicted to World of Warcraft, like OG, like vanilla World of Warcraft when I was in school. I don't play it anymore. The game that I like, obviously Fortnite's like Fortnite. Like I love Fortnite, make a lot of content. We do a lot of work with Fortnite. We love Fortnite. You guys should watch the current CEO of Fortnite. He did a 4-hour podcast on Lex Friedman's show talking about essentially like his vision for Fortnite is to create the actual metaverse, like a fully virtual world that we can live in. And one of his main goals is to unite games to where all in-game purchases are transferable. So that basically he's saying like we create this massive economy. And so, well, GTA Vice City is really the only one I played, although Taylor and I are starting a church in the new Grand Theft Auto.
I see. I didn't know you could do
GTA 6,
I
baby.
did not realize you could do that.
You know how much has happened before GTA 6?
Oh, yeah, everything.
Yeah, everything. We probably will. It doesn't come out till May now, apparently. It might get further delayed. So sometime this fall, Taylor and I will probably start streaming the current Grand Theft Auto, and we'll be like role playing as like dishonest priests, and all that. So it'll be
That's great.
the clip, you know, like just imagine, like basically what we want to do is we want to use Grand Theft Auto to kind of to play out every like church scenario you can think of: church split, church multiplication, weird youth pastor, you know, like all that stuff. So
I will list my top 3 video games because they're the only 3 I've
Cool
played.
math games.
let's go.
Call of Duty Black Ops 2,
Mm.
and then NASCAR on GameCube.
Praise God.
And
Shout out GameCube.
MLB
That was-
something on
That was a
GameCube.
good era.
There we go. There's a 3.
That was like
There's
that was
a
the
3.
beginning of
My
my
parents
video
don't know
game
about
era.
Black Ops 2,
They don't.
but
if I were to rate the Call of Duties, for me, BO2 was like my prime. Like that was
that's
like
we must
but
have
you
played
know
at the
what?
same time because I
I
thought
feel
it
like
was
with
sick.
all the questions we've had,
That's probably peak.
yeah, we think
overall.
about like movies. I think about like music. I think about like TV shows. I think about Call of Duty. Like the 2 different scales I had would be like, what is storyline? What is cinematically? What is like with like humor and like relevancy? That's one list. But then there's a second list that's like important to me.
Yeah,
And it's like nostalgic to me.
Yep.
And like video game wise, like Black Ops 2.
Mhm.
Like I know NW2 and like, oh, and then we've gotten to like, okay, yeah, all that's great. But Black Ops 2 to me, 720 Insta Swap, like I was I wanted to be a FaZe member type of kid with
Yeah.
all my
Shout out
heart.
FaZe.
Yeah.
I met a few of those guys in this last May, the Fortnite event.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna lead them to Christ.
That's fire.
Super Mario
Yeah,
Bros.
huge
3
FaZe
was the
fan.
GOAT for me on the Game Boy. You know, I never did like portable gaming systems. We got one when I was a little bit older. Or what do you say? Game? Yeah, that's portable, right? My brothers got like a DS, and I had just just gotten past it, and they were upset. They were like playing Clone Wars on it or something like that,
Yeah.
and they loved it. But
Wasn't a
I
big
wanted
DS
one when my cousin had one, and then
Yeah.
I outgrew it.
I wasn't a big DS guy. I was a big PSP guy.
PSP.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
PSP, Game Boy. I went from Game Boy to PSP. But
Got time for a few more questions, eh?
Coder.
Yeah, let's
Come on,
throw some more questions in the chat, you guys.
If you had to pick a job in politics, what would you choose? I
Oh,
wouldn't.
that's a good. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would be president. Why not?
McDonald's.
I can't be president after this podcast, though. No, I wouldn't make it.
I don't know, man. I feel like anything's possible.
You never know.
Like, do you feel like you've canceled yourself more than Trump could have canceled himself?
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I
Taylor
just
said a reality TV host tweeted his way into presidency.
yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
No,
If
it
you
is.
could post good
That's
enough, you
the
can become
era we're
president.
in. And you know what? I'm not necessarily mad at it. I'm just like, Sam shouldn't cancel himself yet.
Yeah.
I will say, like, how sick would it be to be the president? Like, I know it has so much, like,
Pressure.
a world leader of the free, like, that is insane. But the aura of being president, dude, like, oh my gosh, bro,
It was
that
pretty
seems so sick.
it was pretty crazy, and just like the cultural statement of like when we flew into DC to come here yesterday, there's Trump merch everywhere.
Everywhere.
And it's just crazy because like 7 months ago, he was like the most hated person
Literally.
on earth. And I mean, obviously I know a lot of people hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is just so funny seeing how quick people switch up. You
Dude.
know? Like
Literally.
it's so
Dude,
funny.
I saw this post the other day. And it was like, I can't remember. It was about him dropping bombs, right? Midnight Hammer. And they were like, Iran should have realized that our president has like 4 baby mamas and 26 felonies. So if you test him over,
Yeah, that is funny.
I'm like, yo.
That is funny. That is funny.
Like, do they know who they were talking to? I'm like, dang.
That is very funny.
Throw some questions in the chat, guys. We're winding down. That flight's still on time, right, Taylor? All right.
I
look
mean, so like my viewpoint, like, and this is just genuinely, specifically me.
Right.
I view myself, when I think of politics, there's a lot of it that makes me feel very out of control,
Mhm.
and that like I need to pour so much energy and thought into it.
Right.
And the reality is, for a lot of people, a vast majority of what the average citizen does in terms of political energy is really meaningless.
literally, they just argue with
You're
people
just arguing
in a
with
thread,
people online,
and
you
they're
know?
never gonna change their mind because
Even-
you're arguing in a comment section.
Even protesting. I'm just like,
Honestly, I'm right there with you. Dude.
I
feel
just
like it's a waste of
go help someone. Like you're
Actually
not
do
gonna
it.
like, and even just seeing the world through the lens of my 6-year-old, when she sees people protesting, she's like, what are they doing? And then I like explain to her, they're trying to get people to think the way they think. And she goes, what?
Yeah, no, it's,
You know, it's
dude,
like,
I'm right there.
huh?
I've honestly questioned. I understand where
Freedom
if you
for
get so many people behind something, it's like, oh wow, and you kind of start to think, okay, maybe, and that's why maybe they fake numbers or like take a picture and make it look bigger than it is. However, like I also think it seems like a massive waste of time.
Well,
Yeah.
and I think so I just think of myself more like Daniel, who my position would be more of like as a prophet, and I'll interact with it. Whereas some people see them more like a Joseph, where God will literally position them over it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
I don't
true.
judge people. And I think the older I get, the more I just find a lot of peace in going like, bro, like that's just his lane.
Right.
I don't have to be. A lot of people get mad at people
Come on
whose
now.
lane they don't even have. So like
Come
an
on.
example would be like this pastor in Seattle, Russell Johnson.
Yeah, Russell
Like
B. Johnson.
he had a lot of stuff. They had a lot of stuff going on regarding like their church was worshiping in front of City Hall. And I had this moment where I was like, bro, why are you doing all that?
Yeah.
Sitting in Franklin, Tennessee, the most Christian place on planet Earth, right? Like,
Literally.
what'd you say, Taylor?
Right.
Yeah,
Throw a rock,
exactly,
hit a
exactly.
church.
It's just like the cool coffee shop in
Right.
Franklin. Their hats have an American flag that says "In God We Trust."
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like even here. So I just kind of felt the Holy Spirit challenge me to be like, hey, I bet you if you're a pastor in Seattle, maybe that's what you'd be doing.
Right. When
And
Antifa
hey,
is
and hey,
knocking your door down.
and hey, guess what? This is what I felt the Holy Spirit challenged me. Hey, guess what? By the way, you're not him. So why are you like? So I just go, bro. Some people are called to be in politics. Some people are pastors that feel called to be more involved. Me, I feel more called to just be a prophet and an advisor and a friend, not to be more directly involved in policy. I don't think that's my lane, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. One more question.
that.
Then these guys got a dip.
Spencer, hey John, put those guns away, dog. Spencer, I'm actually pretty close to you. You're in Canada.
Yeah, we are not far from
That's
Canada.
my
We're
dog.
4 or
Y'all
3
gotta-
hours from
Y'all
Canada.
got to know Spencer.
All right, last question. Favorite food type or type of food? This is from Mikey.
Oh yeah, pizza easily.
Come on.
I mean,
Come
Yeah.
on, right there.
so like pizza easily.
what would you hold on? This is important to me. What would you categorize pizza in for a genre, like an
Italian.
ethnicity?
I would just say Italian.
You would say Italian?
ethnicity?
Yeah, is that not a thing?
I just want to remember what minute of the podcast are we in? Can we just mark this down? I was crucified. I was violated. I was
For
whatever
calling
you
it
want to
Italian?
use. That I was like, what's your favorite type of food? I'm like, Italian. They're like, okay, like what? And I'm like, pizza. They're like, that's not Italian.
I mean, I can
Come on,
see
bro.
how other people, when you say I eat Italian, eating like pastas and stuff like that. But I also
Are
think
you
that
mad though? Is it not?
no,
right?
I wouldn't be mad over
Is it right though?
I know who it was, but
I would say,
so you got pizza.
I'm on pizza.
Are you a pizza too?
I'm on
I mean, I
pizza.
pounded some pizza for lunch today with you guys.
Dude,
but,
I love pizza.
if I had to choose a favorite food that I could just eat all the time, it'd be steak
Dude, I could eat steak
or bacon. Can't get tired of bacon.
every day. Steak.
Bacon and steak are definitely up there. The reason that I chose pizza as my favorite is because a couple years ago, someone took me to like an insane steak place, bought me like a almost $200 3-month dry aged
This is just not-
tomahawk, and that compared to the $30 steak I can get at Whole Foods,
Really?
to me didn't blow my mind
I
like
could
I
see
thought,
that.
and it made me think where as my mouth felt.
a difference between
Just-
yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like when I'm around good red sauce.
Yeah.
So like pizza and pasta, like
Yeah.
good red sauce to me is like the pinnacle. It's the peak flavor profile of anything for me. Like when I have good red sauce,
That's fair, dude.
it elevates my mouth.
Have
know?
you ever? Well, we'll close with this. Have you ever gone to a Dave Portnoy ranked?
Uh-huh.
It's on my list to do, bro.
At
I
where?
got to do it. What did you
Yeah,
think?
I was in a Cafe Chaviv or whatever is in Jersey.
Okay.
It was an 8.5,
Ooh,
and I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it was like it truly was like it was unreal.
Yeah.
Like it was just like it,
I got it. It's on my bucket list to hit one of his good ones,
I
bro.
went- really
to John's at
was.
Bleecker Street.
Oh, yeah.
9.4.
Yeah, even Joe's is
More
a
than Joe's,
New
too.
York City spot. Even the Joe's in Miami is like
Yeah.
really good because they just know how to. Now it's not as good as it would be in New York, but
I'm not gonna lie. I've tried Joe's, and it's like John's at Bleeckers is coal fired, dude.
there's two Nathans in here that say they know me. John
John's
Rush is
a
the go.
Bleeckers.
Nathan Trudeau, is that the Prime Minister of Canada? Love me some John Rush, dude.
Love that. Nathan
Fix your
Trudeau.
country, Nathan.
John.
He's
Justin
not political,
Trudeau.
but get it together.
No, I'm a prophet too. The politician.
Yeah, come on, let him know.
Elijah Keller says, "What is your favorite Marvel film other than Endgame? If other than Endgame, I'm adding that in because it's Endgame for me."
Are you a big Marvel guy, Cole?
No, I'm really not a
Not a
big.
big sci-fi guy.
I'm just not even a,
Yeah,
Just like a
I'll watch
casual
him. I'm not
watcher.
a huge
like
Marvel guy.
buddies like that. I'm like, bro, you got that for me. Like you're my brother. You can be the one that's like
Mm-hmm.
really into every storyline. Like I tap in with him when I really need to know what's going on.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just not me.
All right, guys. John has a plane to catch.
Got a plane to catch.
Let's pray that this thing is on time.
Let's
Well,
pray.
it's already delayed by 2 hours,
At this
so
point-
pray for him. And John, thanks for being here, man.
Dude,
for
thank you guys so
After
much.
Hours
Let's go.
episode.
I love all of you. Make sure to subscribe to the YG Chronicles channel. Don't just watch.
Where do they find you,
supporting.
though? Where do they find you?
You can't find me. I deleted all my social media. No,
Man,
JONW Rush, John W. Rush on Instagram, John Rush on YouTube. Find me and Taylor. We're doing a bunch of crap, dude.
Absolutely,
So,
man.
Lots of things for people to support, be a part of.
Appreciate you guys on the live. Thanks for coming in and giving us your questions. We hope you guys had fun. And we will see you guys soon for another After Hours series. Peace.
Peace.